Form 4 SPM, Form 4 Chapter 7, Statistics. This video I intend to split them into two parts. The first part will be for the group data, while the second part will be for ungroup data, whichever comes first. Okay, now to focus on the left hand side of the screen, let me show you what does it mean by ungroup data. Now, ungroup data will be those data that you obtain without arranging them. What you have seen on the right hand side here is one example for ungroup data. I'm going to show on the second part of the group data. But what do they have in common? Here, it is that either two sets of data will have something in common, whereby for ungroup data, one should be able to look for mean, average, meaning mean symbol would be the X with a bar on top. It's called a mean. Whereby for mean, the equation would be the sum, the symbol, of all the X divided by the total number. Likewise, for group data, I'm going to show example on group data in the second part. The mean will be very similar, just that for group data, they are going to have a frequency count equals to the sum of fx, f times x product, and you sum them over total number f of frequency, a cumulative frequency. I will talk more on this later. Then, next thing you should know about statistics for Form 5 SPM is called mode. Mode, which is basically the maximum number, the highest frequency. The highest frequency, or the highest occurrence of the number. Frequency will be here. The same goes with the group data. The mode is the most frequent occur of a number. Says over the right hand side 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9. So the mode would be therefore 3, because 3 is the most frequent. It occurs twice in these sets of number. Okay, we'll come back. The third equation one should know, we'll call the median. Now for median over ungroup data is rather simple. All you need to do would be you take the number. I'll use other color because it's not the frequency number or the total number. It's that amount of number you by 2 in the middle. So meaning it's a pivot point. Number in ascending order. Imagine a pivot point in the middle. Okay. Now, over right hand side over here is ungroup data. It's in ascending order from smallest to biggest, ascending order. So the middle will be number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The middle of it is the fourth one. So here would be the middle. So median will be 4. Okay. So that here we have 3. Here's another 3. Balance at the fourth number. Median. Now, however, for group data, would be we have an equation normally you'll be asked in paper 2, whereas ungroup data will be in paper 1. For group data, the equation is normally given in the data sheets, in your equation sheets. Okay, median M, median is actually equals to the lower boundary L. I will talk more about lower boundary and boundary in the later part of my video. Plus, open bracket, since it's median, so it's half n, subtract capital F, cumulative frequency before median, over the frequency of median class, small f, times the size of class, C. Okay, maybe define them. F, this is the frequency. Frequency of median class. Median class. The capital F is the cumulative frequency before median, whereas C is the size of class. Then L is the lower boundary of lower boundary. I will talk more on in my second video, which is about the group data. Okay, there's another way to get the mode, which is through the histogram. Okay, say in a histogram, the mode is the most frequent. Maybe you have lower boundary, upper boundary. Okay, so this is frequency F. This is your variable X. So obviously the most frequent would be here, the highest point, and therefore you draw a line connecting the edge to edge, and you read for the intersection. This will be the median, the mode, the class. Okay, it's not all about that. This is median. Now, besides that, you have variance, standard deviation, and interquartile range. I will talk more about it in the given example. Before that, let me go through what you have over the right hand side. We focus into the ungroup data. Over here, the median is 4. So this is the middle. However, the mean of x, these are all x number, would therefore be equals to 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 divided by the total number. What are the number here? Is 7. Because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You get the sum, and the answer, I need to put in the calculator. Maybe you can help me out over there. What's the answer? hope you get it already. 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9. That would be 33. Divided by 7, then the answer would be 4.71 average. 1 in 2 decimal places for ungroup data. Now I'm going to show you on ungroup data in the next video. You know of median, then mode wise. That's why this is like in paper 1. Okay, in paper 1 is quite straightforward, and the answer is quite easy to be done. I mean, not to say easy, but quite straightforward. Paper 1. Paper 2 is a little bit longer. Says the third one is called what? Mode. Mode is there for 3 because 2 occur twice. But bear in mind this number has to be in ascending order. Yeah, from smaller value to a bigger value, to biggest value, to smallest to the biggest. That's the trick to answer ungroup data. Right? Now next, I'm going to show you on the fourth one in a straightforward question. You may go through those similar questions sometimes later. I mean, in your exam, in your exercise workbook, I'm sure there are quite a lot of them, and you should do this, right? Now, the fourth one is called Interquartile Range. It came out a few years back. In the past year. Interquartile range for ungroup data. Okay? Interquartile range, it means what you need to do is you get the third quartile, subtract with the first quartile. Oh yeah. The first quartile. The third quartile is the third quadrant, meaning side note, put it here, n times 1 over 4 is the first quartile, is Q1, so therefore it's 7 by 4. 7 is an odd number, make it into even, you plus 1, become 8 by 4, so therefore it's 2, so the second number, so therefore represents here is your Q1, whereas your third quartile, therefore 7 times 3 over 4. 7 is odd number, plus 1 become 8. 8 times 3 over 4 is the sixth number. 2, 4, 6. So it would be 6 number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. Third quartile. Therefore, it would be 7 subtract 3. That would answer be 4. Quite easily done. Okay. Once you have interquartile range, we are going to do variance and standard deviation. As for variance for ungroup data, we are still in ungroup data. Variance actually measure how the data changes from one to another. The average value of how the data changes. Symbol sigma squared. For ungroup data, equation would be the sum of x squared over n subtract with the square of your mean. Or put it the other way, or you'll be equals to you x squared, you sum them, x squared, and then you sum them over n subtract sum of x over n, which is your mean, then you square them. They are the same. Either one, yeah. Some question in paper 1, they make use of this sum of x. They let you know what sum of x, some square of x, and then you find some other. You look for the variance. There are questions like this. Whereas for standard deviation, is variance, the square root of your variance. Okay, if you get this, you should be able to get your standard deviation. Right? There are certain instances where you need to look for your new value of variance. And if you times your set of data with a number, and then you perform plus another number into the number, therefore all you need to do is you use your O value, you times with the product squared. Now how do you use that? How do you use this? This is important. Due to the fact that if you have your old set of data, I mean 2, 3, 3, maybe 5, 7, 9, this is your old set of data. You get into the sum square to get the answer, exactly, etc. Then your new set of number, you times it with k, and then you plus with a number b. Or maybe, for example, you times with 2, you plus with 1. So your new set of data would be 4 plus 1 is 5. 15, 19. You doesn't need to recalculate them. All you need to do is you get the O value, and then you just times with the square of 2. You doesn't need to, you may just ignore the plus 1. Alright? I know this will be rather hard to for you to understand. Let me show you an example by using this number. But before that, you should find out what's the O value, or maybe the variance. Therefore will be equals to the 2 squared plus 3 squared plus 3 squared plus 5 squared plus 7 squared plus 9 squared. Maybe you can help me out by using a calculator. Find out what's this number. 7. Subtract. My variance obtained is, by estimation, is 4.33 minus over 7 is maybe I can use 33 over 7 squared. And then it's a scientific calculator, you get this answer. would be, what's this answer? 2 squared. Let me calculate over here to confirm with you. I squared. I use it in one line. 7 squared. So this answer would be, I hope you get this, as a 3.061. I hope you get this number in the scientific calculator. One line, you get the answer. Now, this eventually will be the old answer. If I were to times 2 and plus 1 to new set of data, you doesn't need to recalculate that. Instead, therefore, my new variance would therefore be the old one, which is 3.061 times, you doesn't need to do the squared because this number is already the squared. This number is already the squared. So here times the k squared. K is 2. For my case is 2. So 2 times 2 squared. So the answer would therefore be the new value supposed to be 12.244. You may recalculate them, but you should get the answer. And you just need to ignore this. Just ignore the plus 1. For variance, plus 1. You just ignore them. Likewise, there are some questions in the past you were asked to look for the new value of mean. Now, for new value of mean, that would be everything times with the number you have add in, plus with the number you added. So therefore, for this set of data you're using for new mean, it will be the old one is 33 by 7 times k is 2 is the factor that's times in. I plus the number that I add in. That would be 10.43. Okay. Okay. So I hope it's clear that you need to times and then you need to do sum. This is because you times k and you plus the number b in order to get the new mean number O. Okay, that is all about paper 1 to get ungroup data. Stay tuned for my part 2 of chapter 7 from 4. I would advise you to look for questions related to ungroup data in statistics from 4. Go through at least 20 questions, as I always advise my student. At least 20 questions. It relates to what you have gone through earlier. Mean, mode, median, variance, standard deviation, especially how to get the new value of standard deviation after you get the standard deviation from the equation. Get used to the equation, like the one over here, especially like the one over here. These two equations, they are questions that they give you the sum of x squared. All you need to do is get used to this equation and then you substitute into this equation and you get the answer. Okay? I hope you like my video. press on the thumbs up button, like my video, share it with friends. The main intention is to help the others. That's how I want to make this video. I want to help people. But that's all for now. Practice makes perfect. 20 questions before you proceed to part 2. With that, stay tuned with my video and goodbye.